The launch is the sensor.
Oh. Wow. Ow.
I don't know why it taking so fucking long to load.
Me either.
No
Hell.
fucking way.
Why is it taking so long?
It's not gonna let me control the shit no more.
Oh god.
I can't do anything.
Nope. You're still in that loading screen, whatever?
It's still saying launch in sensor. We might have to close the application.
I'm in a session by myself.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna have to close the damn session. It's not even letting me.
Yeah.
I gotta invite you to the thing, Judah.
Oh, you're not gonna join back?
What's the point? I gotta invite you to the mission anyway.
Alright.
Where's my fucking music? Don't fucking deny it, nigga. Hold up.
Maybe we gonna look. We find out that Johnny shit. We gonna get back to you, alright? We got you.
You got any fucking sense of self-preservation, you get my shit back to me today. Today, motherfucker. You know what? I need to calm down. My blood pressure's going up. Let's go, baby.
Man, you know
Today,
you motherfucking hate, right? You always coming in fucking up shit. You crazy. Do you know who I am? No, man, chill the fuck out. I swear to God, you've been doing that shit since preschool. Man, shut the fuck up. Preschool.
Man, shut the fuck up. Doing that shit fiscal.
Let's go, baby.
Who the fuck that is?
You always coming in fucking up shit. You crazy. Do you know who I am? No, man, chill the fuck out. I swear to God, you've been doing that shit since preschool. Man, shut the fuck up.
Doing that shit from preschool, nigga.
Now you earn 3 times points on dining.
Even there?
Dig in with the new Sapphire Preferred card.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about 25 massive changes, secret features, hidden details, and more. Rockstar added to GTA Online and the contract DLC update. So we've got a lot, so let's just dive into it today. The number one spot, Shop. I think everyone's favorite character, maybe besides Dr. Dre from the contract. Shop can actually do a lot in the agency, and he'll actually be in some fun locations. In fact, one of them can actually be waking up in bed next to you. So if you have the accommodation part of the agency, Shop will actually wake up in bed with you. You spawn there. He'll also be roaming about the office, be in his dog bed.
Oh, I watched that video. Are you watching that, Isaiah?
A lot of interesting things.
Yeah, I seen that.
The way Rockstar incorporated him back into this update. So that's the first thing today. The second thing today is Franklin's house has been significantly
That's the video. I figured it out.
Up on in Vinewood Hills.
Yep.
There's a handful of significant changes. We know Franklin is now a family man. He has kids. He's married to Tanisha from the story.
It says Taisha. I don't know why they changed the fucking name.
Tanisha being the owner of one of them, and you can tell by the license plate. There's also a sign on his address that says the Clintons, so that would imply that he's married, and in the backyard, you guys can actually see.
Yep, that's how I figured it out. I was watching that video.
So Franklin has kids. I mean, this is confirmed later on, which we'll see. And it also looks like he's in a committed relationship with Tanisha, which is also very
Yeah, I think it's Tanisha. Is it?
This in the story when they said Taisha.
Oh.
Like,
Yes, they changed it. Yeah.
Yeah, changed their name.
I want to see Michael. I can't wait to see him.
And they also mentioned Michael as a producer at the movie studio at Solomon Richards when they actually drive through on the golf carts. I found that to be pretty funny. So I guess this really confirms a lot, and this is something we'll talk about in a separate video. But Michael is still alive. So does that give him the possibility of returning in GTA Online now that we know that
Yes,
he's
it do.
officially alive? So that's at the number 3 spot
all
today.
liquored up, met
Number
my
4,
wife's
if
car.
Can't
you
find
want
the
to
F,
free
so it's not
snacks
loading
in
in.
the agency, you can get a lot of free stuff, but I think snacks are the thing that players are going to focus on. So there's a table near the reception desk, and there's some bowls there, so you can actually just max out all your snacks, which is pretty awesome.
Speaking of
There's been some
snacks.
changes to the RC Bandito. One of the changes is the filter that you actually see, and I'm talking about the filter you get on the camera when you're driving it. Rockstar made it a little bit grainier, kind of like you were driving an RC car and not like inside of the actual vehicle, looking out of the windshield. And they also removed how you get access to it. It's now in the remote category of the interaction menu. So Rockstar made another big change with the remote feature on cars, something we'll talk about in a separate video.
When society's
This is
drastic
an
reordering occurs,
interesting
weapons will
change
be
they did
currency,
to
and
the
I
RC
will be
Bandito.
a fucking millionaire.
Speaking of other changes, Rockstar have added specific vehicle icons on the map for the new cars. So, for example, if you're in like the Buffalo STX, it's going to have its own specific icon. You sometimes kind of see that for the airplanes and the weaponized vehicles. Well, Rockstar decided to do it for the cars and vehicles in the contract DLC, which is kind of cool. Now, going back to the agency, another fun Easter egg. Franklin actually has his Employee of the Month plaque that Simeon gave
We
to
all
him.
saw that
One of
shit
the
at the
very
beginning of the
first
shit.
missions of the
Yeah.
game. We've talked about his poster, how it now says, "You own Los Santos." Well, he still has the Employee of the Month plaque that was given to him by Simeon at the car dealership. So it just goes to show
I
you
want Simeon come back too.
You can also
I want
still
him to come
see
back.
his green Western
So the
bagger
car
in
shop
the
could be
garage.
open.
This will rotate between this and the white Buffalo that has his own license plate, FC 1988. So that's kind of cool. Another reference
let me try
from
to switch
Rockstar
the
there,
game,
bringing it
Jordan.
back to the single player. Speaking of a single player
What'd you
and
say?
staying in the agency,
I bet
on
you'll
one
be
of the
ready to use that
computers,
the
one of
second
the
you get out
backgrounds
the
is
door.
actually Red Dead Redemption 2. So I think this is a fun little Easter
Oh.
egg right there because it
I knew it was a back front for Red Dead Redemption.
But that is a shot
I recognized Kyle played it,
So a nice little
so I know I
reference
recognized
from
it.
Rockstar, just throwing us some
Red Dead Redemption. I know that
The
background.
number 10 spot today, if you actually decide to update the
You wanna buy
agency,
that gun?
Franklin
Nice.
will send you a text saying thank you for doing so.
I don't
Which
keep
is
a
kinda
record
cool.
of purchases.
So I'm assuming a lot of you guys
Nice.
bought your agency and you did all the upgrades before going there. So you might not have ever seen this text, but if you make any change, big or small, Franklin will send you a text saying, hey, I appreciate that. So a nice little detail, again, there from Rockstar. Moving on, one of the things you guys might have noticed is that all the agency buildings have helipads on top.
Yep.
You can actually enter your agency if you're in a helicopter,
You
just like you can
you figure that
in
out.
the executive office. So when you get your helicopter close to the helipad, it'll give you the
I know.
option to automatically land it, and then you'll be placed inside.
But that's like Maze Baker Window too.
agency. Very
Yeah, it is.
hopping around from place to place, and you're in a helicopter. Just makes things very, very simple. Now, one thing I think is pretty cool about the agency, and this is what's going to cover the next 3 things, is if you just hang around, you'll hear comments from Franklin, you'll hear comments from Imani, you'll hear comments from the secretary dude downstairs. Well, there's 3 instances that I've seen so far that are pretty interesting. Franklin will actually talk about Lester and how our character robbed the Diamond Casino and Resort. Franklin will also talk about Pavel, the guy who is our captain of the Kosatka submarine, and the secretary dude downstairs will talk about how it looks like Trevor Phillips showed up, which also implies that he's alive. Again, we'll talk about that.
Oh yeah, he's alive in the serious A mission.
Hey, do you know some crazy ass Russian dude? Some guy got passed through my office talking about some caviars and submarines and shit. Said he knew you. Something about want to take another trip to the Caribbean.
If you could make it quick, I was.
Oh
Hey,
Lord.
look, so I was just on the phone with an old friend of mine, and he told me you and him robbed the Diamond Casino.
Lester.
Shit, that was
Lester podcast with that Chinese dude, with Chinese woman. Remember that Chinese woman?
Yeah.
He kissed her.
Kissed her and shit, man. Okay, this was like hell to the no. Okay, this was like hell to the no, bro.
He kissed her. I was like, oh nah.
Hey, I used to see how okay it was looking like, bro.
Just like a hobo, like really on edge. She swore.
And he told
Like a hobo,
That's when I met
like
Malcolm.
really on edge.
Wait.
She swore him and Mr. Clinton used to work together. Got really angry when I said he wasn't available. I had to stop him from shitting on the desk. Seriously.
Damn.
If you get a minute with Mr. Clinton, would you let him know?
So pretty cool and funny, right?
Yeah, that's Trevor. He shits about everywhere he
I really like
sees.
that Rockstar incorporate our characters' past and also the single player stuff. So if you have a minute, just hang around the agency. You might hear some pretty cool things going on. Staying in the agency, if you go down to the 3rd floor, you'll actually see an unreleased motorcycle. This belongs to Imani. So this is going to be one of the 2 motorcycles that are featured on the Legendary Motorsports site.
Yeah, I've
So
seen
that's
that
actually
too.
pretty cool right there that Rockstar is sort of teasing one of the unreleased bikes right in front of our faces. So if you're wondering why that's there, well, it belongs to Imani.
So
It
much
is
better.
her bike.
Yeah.
Also, if you have unlocked the armory, you
Oh,
can
that's
get
the one
free
that's
ammo. I think it's every time you pop in, there's going to be ammo that you can grab.
Oh my god, this fucking advertisement.
The more we do with our phones, the more network quality and reliability matter. And only Verizon.
It's not a significant amount, but
It's
if you are
something.
up in your area, or if you spawn in your office and you're making your way down, you might as well grab the free ammo that you're going to get before you go on the day. So I do like that. Moving to the auto shop really quickly, you can now actually buy the cars that customers bring in. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to get you a discount or anything like that. But if you see a car on the lift and you're like, oh, I kind of like that. I've never seen that car before. Rockstar now gives you the option to just straight up buy it. And it should come with all the customizations that they want put on there as well. So that's kind of cool. Going back to our agency, there's a lot of Easter eggs, including a San Andreas one. I think there's a couple of San Andreas Easter eggs mentioned here. But in Franklin's office, you can see an OG lock record, which is really cool. I'm sure if you guys have played San Andreas, probably many of you jump back into the definitive edition of the trilogy.
I didn't
You'll
get.
know who OG
But
lock is.
the remastered
It's actually
GTA
really
is
cool.
so
Now,
ass though.
Yeah, it is.
I'm like, no, I ain't spending $50 for some shitty ass remaster. Like, no.
Rockstar is also in tune with the times because several times throughout the story, they mention NFTs. Now, I don't even want to try and go and breaking down what an NFT is because not only do I not know enough, but I just think they're so new and complicated. But I'm sure you guys have heard that word thrown around. It's like digital art that you can buy that becomes like yours and you become the owner of it. You can buy and sell and trade. It's very complicated. But Rockstar are very hip. They're in with the cool kids. They're mentioning NFTs. Now, Rockstar also mentioned on their newswire yesterday that they added new media stick USBs that you can get.
Yep.
That's what we've been picking
We
up.
just discovered
I'm not sure what the other ones are. I think
today.
one of them is at the Record A Studios that you kind of have to unlock after you complete the Dr. Dre contract. But if you were wondering if Rockstar had any like treasure hunts in this update, they do. They have the media sticks, which is kind of
Yeah.
cool and can be found in Franklin's house. Now, going
Yeah.
back to the agency,
So we found
the
it.
garage actually has a laptop. And what's interesting about this laptop is you can see which of the new vehicles allow you to put the special upgrades on them. So like the Amani Tech, or armored, or weaponized. And you guys can notice there that it looks like there's some empty spaces. Well, that's probably because there's going to be those drip-free vehicles coming out soon, and they will be added to this list. So that's actually kind of cool if you're confused on what new cars get the updates. Check out the laptop in the garage. Also, staying in the agency, there's a lot of safe updates that you can see, and new props put around the office. So as you complete things like the payphone assassinations or the contracts, you'll actually see that there will be things added to your agency, whether that be records put on the wall, or golf balls that you see on your shelf, or a laptop or a phone put in the safe.
I'm in there. Oh, shoot.
Dynamically update the agency as we continue to progress throughout the story. So that's kind of awesome. And I want to end this video with 2 more audio Easter eggs, secret dialogue. So if you own a casino penthouse and a super yacht, you'll get a special line of dialogue that happens when you're doing one of the very first VIP contract missions that has you on a yacht trying to get back Dr. Dre's phone. Franklin will make some hilarious commentary along with Amani. Take a listen to this right here.
Oh, this is when she hacked my shit.
Yeah.
Cause you remember I told you when we was on that yacht, she hacked the shit. She hacked the shit that I built.
Yeah.
This is what she said. This is what she said.
Back Dr. Dre's phone. Franklin will make some hilarious commentary along with Amani. Take a listen to this right here.
That's what I said when we were doing that yacht mission. How the fuck she knows what I'm about? How the fuck she knows I got a yacht and on a penthouse? See, Amani is creepy, man. She hacks my shit. I swear to God, she did.
You ready?
So it's pretty hilarious.
The F is not. It don't show it. It don't show the F. So I don't know if we broke the game or they're not showing for me.
You trying to do this tomorrow? It's
Maybe.
like 1 o'clock.
In the morning. In
Yeah.
there.
Yep,
It's literally tomorrow.
it is.
I guess so.